Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're talking about one of the most exciting finds for coin collectors, the 1988 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny, worth $1 million. That's right, you heard me correctly. This penny could be worth more than your car or even your house. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and click the bell so you never miss a coin discovery like this one. Let's dive in! First things first, let's talk about the 1988 Lincoln penny. It's a coin that, at first glance, might seem just like any other penny in your pocket. But hold up! This particular penny has a key detail that sets it apart. It was minted without a mint mark. Normally, a mint mark would be located right next to the year, either in D4 Denver or in S4 San Francisco. But with the 1988 penny, that mint mark is missing, and that small detail can make a huge difference in its value. Now you might be wondering, why does a missing mint mark make a penny so valuable? Well, the US Mint makes billions of pennies every year, and typically, each one will have a mint mark indicating where it was made. In 1988, the Mint was producing pennies in both the Denver and Philadelphia mints, but for some reason, a handful of pennies from the Philadelphia Mint were accidentally released without their expected P-Mint mark. This rare error means that these unmarked 1988 pennies are incredibly scarce, so much so that collectors are willing to pay a small fortune for them. So, just how much is this penny worth? Well, a regular 1988 penny in average condition is worth just 1 cent. But a 1988 no-mint mark penny in excellent condition? It could fetch up to $1 million, or even more in some cases. That's because these rare error coins are highly sought after by serious collectors. The value depends on the coin's condition or grade. The highest grade examples, those in mint state with minimal wear, are the ones that are breaking records at auction. Coins like this have sold for huge sums at auction, with some even reaching the $1 million mark. The condition, rarity, and demand are all key factors in the price of these valuable pennies. Now that we know how rare and valuable these pennies can be, how can you tell if you have one? Well, the first thing you'll want to check is the absence of the mint mark next to the year on the reverse side. Take a close look at the coin. If there's no D or S mint mark there, you might just have one of these rare coins. Of course, the coin should also be in great condition to make it worth more. So, if you think you found a 1988 no mint mark Lincoln penny, what should you do next? First, don't just spend it. Check its condition and have it professionally graded. A well-preserved coin in excellent condition is going to be worth much more than a penny in worn-out condition. Having it graded will help you understand its true value. If you're lucky enough to have one of these in mint condition, you might want to consider selling it at an auction or holding onto it as part of a growing collection. Alright, that's all for today's video on the 1988 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. Who knew something as simple as a missing mint mark could make such a huge difference, right? If you found this video helpful, be sure to like, subscribe, and share it with your fellow coin enthusiasts. And if you have any questions or want to share your own rare finds, drop a comment below. We're going to talk about one of the rarest and most valuable pennies you may have never heard of, the 1978 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny, a coin that could be worth up to $1 million. Now you might be thinking, wait a minute, isn't a regular 1978 penny just, well, a penny? Well, yes, but there's one key difference that can make a 1978 penny worth a fortune: the absence of a mint mark. Let's break it down. In 1978, the US Mint produced Lincoln cents at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints. Normally, the coins struck at the Denver Mint would have the D mint mark, while those produced in Philadelphia are supposed to have no mint mark. Now, the majority of 1978 pennies from Philadelphia had no mint mark, but in a handful of cases, some of these no mint mark coins were mistakenly sent to the Denver minting facility. This means they should have had the D mint mark but didn't. And these errors are the reason why some of them are worth a small fortune. Okay, so how much are these error coins actually worth? Well, if you happen to find one of these 1978 no mint mark pennies, the value could be sky high. In fact, depending on the condition, these rare error coins can be worth anywhere from $10,000 to a staggering $1 million. But remember, condition is everything when it comes to rare coins. A penny in perfect or nearly perfect condition, often rated as MS67 or higher, can fetch the highest prices at auction. Even coins with slight imperfections are still incredibly valuable compared to a regular, circulated 1978 penny. So, how can you tell if your 1978 penny is one of these valuable era coins? It's all about the mint mark. Regular pennies from Philadelphia are supposed to have no mint mark, but the key here is verifying that the coin was, indeed, minted at the Denver Mint and was just one of the rare cases where the mint mark was missed entirely. Examine your 1978 penny carefully. Look at the area where the mint mark should be, right beneath the date. If there's no D, and the rest of the coin shows signs of a minting process at Denver, you may be holding on to a valuable error. If you think you've found a 1978 no mint mark Lincoln penny, it's always a good idea to get it authenticated by a professional, like a graded coin expert or a service like PCGS or NGC. Authentication will help ensure your coin is genuine and increase its potential sale value. And if you're looking to sell, there are plenty of reputable auction houses and coin dealers who specialize in rare and era coins. So don't just take it to your local store. Get it appraised properly to understand its true worth. Who knew that a small mistake from the US Mint could lead to such big money? If you've got a 1978 no mint mark penny, you could be holding on to a rare treasure. And if you don't have one yet, start checking those penny jars and rolls. You never know what might be waiting for you. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and click the bell so you never miss out on more amazing coin discoveries like this one. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a valuable coin, and share this video with your fellow collectors. We're diving into one of the most mysterious and valuable coins in US history, the 1951 no mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. This penny might look ordinary at first glance, but hold on, this little piece of history could be worth $1 million. Yeah, you heard that right. Let's first take a look at the 1951 Lincoln penny. Minted during the heart of the 1950s, this penny features the classic design by Victor David Brenner, the famous portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, with the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. But here's the catch: this particular penny has no mint mark. Usually, you'd find a mint mark on coins produced in certain US mints, like the D4 Denver or S4 San Francisco. But this 1951 penny, produced in Philadelphia, was part of an unusual batch that came out with no mint mark at all. While it may seem like a minor detail, this oversight has made all the difference in the value of this coin. Now you're probably asking, why is this penny worth so much? Well, it all comes down to its rarity. In 1951, most pennies had a mint mark, either a D or S, but a small batch of pennies was released with no mint mark. The exact reason for the absence remains a mystery. Was it a mistake? Or perhaps an intentional decision by the mint? Either way, only a few of these no mint mark 1951 pennies were struck, making them incredibly rare. Coin collectors and numismatists value rarity above all, and this 1951 no mint mark penny checks all the boxes. It's an elusive find, and as collectors discover these rare pieces, the demand and value continue to skyrocket. In fact, one of these pennies in pristine condition has sold for over $1 million at auction. Okay, so how do you know if you have one of these $1 million pennies? It's simple. Look at the reverse side of the coin. A standard 1951 penny will have a D or S mint mark, but the no mint mark version will show nothing there at all. It's important to check the condition of the coin as well. Coins in excellent, near perfect condition can command a much higher price. So, if you've got one of these in your collection, it could be worth much more than you think. Keep in mind, even though the 1951 no mint mark Lincoln penny can reach $1 million price tag, the condition of the coin plays a huge role in determining its value. Coins with heavy wear or damage will be worth less, while those with minimal wear, sharp features, and clear details are the ones that fetch the big bucks. Now, if you happen to stumble upon this gem in your collection or pocket change, you might be wondering, where can I sell it? First, make sure to get your coin professionally graded. The grading process will determine its condition, and coins in mint condition can sell for top dollar at auctions or through high-end dealers. Some well-known auction houses even specialize in rare coins like these, and it's worth checking with them to get an appraisal. Remember, even a coin that's not in perfect condition could still be worth hundreds or thousands of dollars. So don't just toss that penny aside, get it checked out. So, the 1951 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny is a prime example of how something that looks so ordinary can be worth extraordinary amounts of money. Whether you find one of these in your spare change or stumble upon one in your coin collection, you could be holding a treasure worth $1 million. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more coin discoveries like this one. And leave a comment below if you've ever come across a rare penny in your collection. We're diving into a coin that could be sitting in your pocket right now, the 1985 D-Mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny, worth a staggering $1 million. Yes, you heard that right, a penny worth $1 million. So, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and let's get started. Let's start with the basics. The 1985 D. Lincoln penny is part of the widely circulated U.S. 1-cent coins, and as you can see, it features Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the familiar Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. The D-Mint mark indicates that this particular coin was minted in Denver. Now, normally these pennies are worth just 1 cent. But there are rare exceptions, and the 1985 D penny is one of them. So, why is this penny worth $1 million? Well, it all comes down to a few specific factors. One of the key reasons this penny has such high value is its rarity in error form. You see, certain 1985 D pennies were struck with a unique error that caused them to be much more valuable than their face value. These pennies feature an unusual double die obverse, meaning the image of Abraham Lincoln is slightly doubled. This error is extremely rare, and when collectors discover a 1985 D penny with this double die, the price tag can skyrocket to over $1 million. Now, let's talk about how you can spot this rare error. The most obvious sign is a slight doubling in the image of Lincoln on the obverse, especially around his eyebrow, cheek, and the word Liberty. This doubling happens because the die was misaligned when the coin was struck, creating this extra layer of detail. Take a look at your 1985 D pennies and compare them carefully. If you see a noticeable doubling, you might just have a very rare, and very valuable, coin in your hands. So, how much could your penny be worth? Well, it's all about the condition and rarity. If you have one with the double die error in good condition, it could be worth anywhere from $50,000 to $1 million at auction, depending on how clear the doubling is and its overall grade. The rarer the coin, the higher the price tag. But remember, the vast majority of 1985 D pennies you'll find are just worth 1 cent. So, it's really important to check the details closely before you get too excited. Now, if you think you've found a valuable 1985 D penny, how do you sell it or get it authenticated? The first step is to have it professionally graded. Services like PCGS or NGC can authenticate and grade your coin, which significantly boosts its value when it's time to sell or auction it. And speaking of selling, if you're lucky enough to own one of these rare $1 million pennies, consider selling it through a trusted auction house that specializes in rare coins. So, there you have it, the 1985 D-Mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny that could be worth $1 million. If you've found one of these rare error coins, congratulations, you might just be holding a small fortune. Make sure to give your pennies a second look and check for those rare errors. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell for more coin-related content. Until next time, happy collecting!